Good morning, Facebook friends and family. I want to pop on and talk about 2020. So I'm not going to dive into any one specific issue or event because that's not going to be the point of this. What I do want to talk about is in general terms and relate some context in my life and maybe yours too. So 2020 has kind of been a year of craziness and shitstorms, really. There's been so many events in society, on a larger scale, politics, all sorts of things happening, as well as in personal lives. So I can attest in my life, it has been a year of trials and tribulations. The emotional ups and downs have been ridiculous, like quite extreme. It's been peaks and highs and lows. And I think a lot of people can relate to that. I don't think it's just me from the various conversations I've had and people sharing their experiences. I think that it's very common this year that things are going like this for people in their lives. Something great will happen and then the shitstorm shows up, and then something great will happen and then two shitstorms show up. And so I just have recently come out of like a 3-week funk, I guess. I was feeling really shitty. I was feeling really low, and it was really, and for no good reason. Like I didn't have any reason to be as emotional and bitter, in an analytical, logical sense. I had no reason to be feeling the way that I was feeling. So I'm starting to come out of that, which is absolutely amazing. However, with the coming out of that phase and reflecting on the year so far, I know we're only midway through, but reflecting on the year so far, I got thinking about it and trying to see it through a different lens. So for me, part of my funk was this, hi Shirley, nice to see you here. Part of my funk was, why is this year so crazy? Why are all these things happening? As soon as one thing, I've made it through, I've survived one thing, or something has come to completion or fruition, the next thing shows up and happens, and there's no space in between to slow down and digest and absorb the lessons and the experiences. It's just one thing after the other. So I was reflecting on this because it's felt like so much. So in my reflections, what I considered was the relation to like self-development. So when you do self-exploration and self-development, you often have a cracking open, right? And for me, it almost feels like the rib cage splitting and the light being able to start to shine outwards. It's painful and it's uncomfortable, but the things that aren't working anymore can be released and space can be created for evolution, for what's next for you, for the things, the skills, the qualities, the traits, the life that you're cultivating from within. And so it makes me wonder if I could also use that lens when looking at the year in a bigger scope. Maybe 2020, yeah, it's full of shitstorms, but maybe, just maybe, oh, my daughter's popping in to say hi. Maybe, just maybe, it's the same thing, but on a bigger scale. Society is maybe cracking open. The things that are the broken systems and the things that aren't working any longer are dismantling and making way, making space, making room for what's to come, what the better, the newness that's coming from these lessons, from these releases, from the discomfort of change. And often I find with my own life, I don't always make changes until where I'm at is too uncomfortable to remain there. So the fear of change is actually less scary than staying where I'm at, or less painful in perception than where I want to go or what I need to do. I wonder if maybe 2020 is similar, but on a way grander scale than one little human. Maybe 2020 is the the cracking open of the ribs of our society, of our world, where what isn't working anymore is being released, and what is being cultivated in a very assertive way by so many is that space for what's to come, that newness, that cultivation of better functioning systems, or a more supportive, loving, kind society. So just wanted to hop on and have a little chat about that, because it was kind of a neat perspective shift for me, where looking back on my 3-week shit funk maybe isn't so bad. Maybe I was just cracking open and I needed the time and space to slow down and be with that. And maybe our society and our world is doing the same thing. Maybe we're all cracking open at the same time to let something better come in and to build something better together. Maybe, just maybe. That's just my thoughts, though. So I would love to hear your guys' thoughts, and how your year has been, and how you are looking at it, and what lessons you're taking, what you're learning, how you're growing, how your world is evolving. I would love to hear where you guys are at and what's happening for you too. So that's all my thoughts for today, I think. Yeah, so I'm trying to shift to a little bit lighter, more beautiful perspective, and I hope you're finding similar experiences, or better even. And please do share. I love to hear from you guys. Have a beautiful day and take good care.